Good evening, students. Today we will discuss about array slicing operation. First of all, what is array slicing? Basically, array slicing is an operation that extracts a subset of elements from an existing array and packages them as another array. It means slicing is a feature that enables accessing parts of sequences like strings, tuples, and lists. It can also be applied on third-party objects like Numpy arrays as well as pandas series and data frames. So in general, when we think about the slice, then slicing means taking elements from one given index to another given index and can extract subsets of Numpy arrays just like lists. Let us now talk about slicing operations on Numpy one-dimensional array. First of all, consider the syntax. The syntax is array name, then a start, then end, and a step. When a start, end, or a step values are not specified, means when these are omitted, then Python will assume their default values as a start value equals to 0. It means when a start value is omitted, then it takes the start value automatically as 0. End value, if you omit end value, then it automatically takes the dimension size, and if you omit a step value, then by default a step value is 1. One-dimensional array slicing works in the same way as with lists and strings. So we will give following examples to understand one-dimensional array slicing in Numpy. Now, for performing a slicing operation, we need an array. So here is the statement: import numpy as np, and then n equals to np.array, and the list contains 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. Here n is the name of the array, and the array is created by using array function, and the values are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So when this statement is executed, the one-dimensional array is created having the value 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. So whenever you print the array like print n, then output will like this. Now, before going to start the array slices, you must have to know the index positions of the array. If here the array is created with name n, then the index position, you know very well, you can apply positive index as well as negative index. So positive index is n of 0, n of 1, n of 2, n of 3, n of 4, n of 5 and n of 6, because the positive index start with 0. Similarly, the negative index start from right to left, and that is n of minus 1, n of minus 2, n of minus 3, n of minus 4, n of minus 6, n of minus 7. So you can use the value as a start end value in slicing either positive index or negative index. So the value 10, the positive index is n of 0 and the negative index is n of minus 7. That means either you use n of 0 or n of minus 7, then the same element, that is 10, can be assessed. So once again, the syntax is array name, start, end, step. And you can omit any of the syntax like a start, end and step. If you don't pass a start value, then it is considered as 0. If you don't pass end value, it is considered as the length of the array in that dimension. And if you don't pass a step value, then it is considered as 1. Now let us consider the different example for one-dimensional array slices. Now consider example 1. In this syntax, we use only a start and end value. So the syntax is array name, then a start, colon, end. In this syntax, just omit the step value, and so that the step value increased by +1. Now consider this statement. Print n, then start value is specified as 1 and the end value as specified 5. So this syntax extracts one-dimensional slice from a start value to end value -1. So here slice element from index 1 to index 5 from the array n, and so that the result will be 20, 30, 40, 50, because the 20 is stored as index 1 position, 30 is index 2 position, 40 is index 3rd position, and 50 is at index 4th position. So the end value -1, that is 4. So that the statement is 1 to 4, and as a result 20, 30, 40 and 50 will be displayed. It means the syntax you can utilize in different way, and so that different slices can be obtained. Now move to the next example, that is example 2. In this example, we just take the syntax array name, then a start value, colon, and here end value and step value is omitted, so that This syntax extracts one-dimensional slice from a start value to the end. For example, suppose if we use print n then 4 column, here 4 is the start value, so it will display simply the elements from index 4 to the end of the array, and as a result 50, 60 and 70 will be displayed, because 50 is stored in the 4th position, 5th position and 6th position. Now the next syntax, array name, then column and end value. In this syntax we omit the start value and step value. So this syntax extract one-dimensional array, slice from 0 to end value -1. Now, in this statement, we utilize print, then n, colon 4. The start value is not specified, so that the start begins with 0 and up to the 4th element. So 4th elements, so that the result will be started from n of 0, that is 10, n of 1, that is 20, n of 2, that is 30, and n of 3, that is 40. So end value is specified as 4. So 4 minus 1, that is 3. This syntax displays the elements from 0 to 3. I think, is it clear? Now move to the next. In this syntax, we use array name, a start value, end value and a step value. That means the complete syntax is utilized here. And so that this syntax extracts one-dimensional slice from a start value to end value, picking every step element. If we take the statement like print n 1 colon then 5 colon and 2, there 1 is the start value, 5 is the end value and 2 is the step value. It means the slice extracted from the 1th positions of index and 5th is the end value, the 5th minus 1, that is 4th position, and here we specify the step as 2. In previous all examples, a step is not specified, so that the step is increased by 1. Here 2 is specified, so that a step is increased by plus 2. So here 1, first element, that is 20, because 10 is in the 0 position. Then after 1 plus 2, that is 3. So now the 3rd position, that is 40. And when 3 is added to 2, then it becomes 5. But the end value is specified as 5. So that the 5 minus 1, that is, it will be 4. So the result will be 20 and 40 respectively. Now move to the next. Now just example 5. Here we use array name, then colon, step. In this syntax, the start value and end value is omitted and only a step value is specified. It means the index starts with 0 and a step value is not specified, that means till the end, and element extracted according to the step value. If we use the statement like print n is the array name, then colon, colon and 2, then the result will be 10, 30, 50 and 70, because it returns every alternate elements from entire array. Means a start value is not specified, so the first element starts from n of 0, that is 10. Then a step value is 2, that means 0 added by 2, so 0 plus 2, that is 2. Now the next element of the n of 2, and that is 30. Again 2 plus 2, that is 4, n of 4, that is 50, and lastly 70. So that this syntax, whenever you utilize this syntax, then the elements is extracted starting from 0 to the end by 2 steps, means alternate steps. Now next, example 6. Before example 6, in all examples we utilize the positive index. So as you know, you can also use the negative index for array slices. So in this example, in this syntax, we use the negative index. Just the syntax is array name, then a start, and end value is negatively, that is -1, suppose. And whenever we use print n, then we omit the start value, then colon and -1. -1 is the end value. Here start value is not specified, so the start value starts from 0 and up to the -1 is the end value. -1 less than -1, that means -2. So it means this statement extract the value starting from 0 to -2 negative index. So the value comes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. If you feel any confusion, then you see the previously given index positions of the array n. Now next example, here array name, then a start and -2. If you specify end value as -2 instead of -1, then what happens? In this example also we omit the start value, so that the array starts from 0 and -2 up to the -2, so that the result will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Whenever you specify -1, then the result will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And if you specify -2, then result come 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, because 50 is the -2, -3 position. This is remains on -3 position. Now the next example, print n -3 and -1. In this example, we use a start value also as a negative index, and end value is also the negative index. If you specify the negative index, then it returns slice from the index 3, from the end to index 1, from the end, so that it returns 50 and 60, because 50 is -3 index positions So that it starts -3, that is 50. A step is not specified here, so that the next value will be 60. 60 is the -2 position. So 1 minus less means the -2, that means -3 to -2 position, and as a result it displays 50 and 60. So students, in such a way you use different syntax and find the array slice for one-dimensional array. In next session, we will discuss about the array slices on two-dimensional array. The basic concept remains the same, however, the slicing is different from one another. So thank you very much and have a nice day.